is she? Like, how is she doing this? Who is Devi? What is happening here? Amma is the light switch to this universe. Amma is the light switch to this universe. Go to her. But go prepared, go ready, go having done your work with your Ishta Devata and with Kaal Bhairav, and go ready to be shattered. Firstly, I can't believe I'm in Chennai. I love being in Chennai. I obviously was born in Chennai, so I don't know, it's like I was made for this vibe, made for the heat, made for the coconut trees, made for the music, the beach, the temples. Like, your girl's back home. I'm so happy to be here. So what I wanted to talk about was just reflecting on this crazy journey with Devi. I was such a different person even just like 7 to 8 months ago, before Devi Ma called me to her properly. It was perhaps around March or April this year that I started doing Devi Upasana. I had never in my entire wildest dreams ever had the desire to do Devi Upasana. Like, when I was growing up, I definitely used to read Durga Ma's story, and I used to ask myself, I love Durga Ma so much. Is she my Ishta Devata? Okay, maybe not my Ishta Devata, but she's up there. Like, after Krishna, like, Durga Ma is the goddess that I love the most. I used to read about Mahishasura Mardini. So every time I read that book, I would just close it being like, God damn, yes! She is literally the epitome. Everything that a woman is Durga Ma. And she is my idol. I loved her as a kid. But I didn't have the connection I have with Krishna, with her. So my connection with Krishna is age old. It's epic. It's just been going on for thousands of years. I mean, this never usually happens, but if I don't pray to him for a few days and then I think about him, I know, like, easily I can connect to him again. It's so easy. It's like there's a vegetable seller outside. Let's let her go fast. God damn, I love being in Chennai, guys. I love it. The heat, that sea breeze, let's go. Before I met Devi Ma, I was very spiritually arrogant, spiritually complacent. Krishna Upasana, easy for me. My connection to Krishna, easy. Arrogant. Even my Upasana of Kaal Bhairav, even though it was very challenging the first few days, I could handle it. But when it came to Devi Upasana this year, I was defeated so many times, and ever since I started praying to Devi Ma, I'm not arrogant or complacent in spirituality anymore, because I genuinely think sometimes I just don't know how to approach her. Praying to Devi Ma, becoming a devotee of the Divine Mother, has pushed me to the limit in so many ways. It breaks my ego every single day to approach Amma. And that's just the raw truth of it. I think I literally just turned into a powerless child again. I become speechless in front of Amma. I don't know what to do with myself. I lose myself. I'm scared of her. I am scared of her power. When I start feeling her power, I'm scared of how intense it is. I am rendered completely powerless in front of Amma. She humbles me in a way that no one else does or ever will. She, like, look at me, I am speechless. You guys know how much I talk and love to speak and use my voice, but she is the one deity in front of whom I am rendered speechless, powerless, ego absolutely decimated and broken to the ground, and literally all I can do is shake and surrender. And because of that, I run away from Amma a lot. I did my 48 days Upasana with Amma. It was the most intense, incredible, electrifying experience of my entire spiritual career. Devi Upasana was the one that actually rapidly accelerated my spiritual progress to a point where I had to say, I'm not ready for this. It was almost like she was showing me, this is it. You are a micro moment away from this. Do you want it? And I had to be like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. It was actually during Devi Upasana that I had the closest experience to realization. Who is she? Like, how is she doing this? Who is Devi? What is happening here? Why am I not able to fully grasp what's happening? Why am I so afraid of her? Why am I so afraid of her power? And yet, why, the moment I surrender to her, why is she the one who can just literally almost take me to the end point of realization, like no other deity has ever done before, and like nothing I've ever experienced in Advaita before. Why Amma? Who is Devi, guys? I'm scared of her. I'm scared of being a Devi devotee. There's a white feather flying towards me out of nowhere. Why am I scared? I think she's everything that I've been afraid of my entire life. And she's everything that I've run away from my entire life. For me, my greatest struggle in life has been fear of my own success. Fear of being too much. Fear of being everything that I am as Amrita, the woman. I have run away from my own success and sabotaged my own results in my life over and over and over again. I'm afraid of being too successful. I'm afraid of being too visible, which is why there's such a delay between my videos, because I'm self-sabotaging. I'm afraid of being too beautiful. I'm afraid of being too vocal. I'm afraid of being too loved. I'm afraid of being too wealthy. I'm afraid of being everything that I am. Deep inside, I'm afraid of being everything that I am as a powerful, divinely blessed woman. And in front of Devi, in front of Amma, she is the epitome of healed femininity, healed Shakti. Shakti, that's the word. Shakti, guys, that's the word. I have been rejecting the Shakti within me my entire life. So when I'm connecting to Amma, she literally reminds me, this is who you are. Whatever you're seeing in me as Durga, whatever you're seeing in me as Mahalakshmi, whatever you're seeing in me as whatever Devi, this is actually you, Amrita. Look at me, this is actually you. And then there's a part of me that's like, no, that's not me, please, I can't be that person, please. Let me just be this, like, this, let me just destroy myself over and over. Let me just, like, hide over and over, please. I don't want to be everything that I can be. So that's one element. The other reason I'm afraid of Amma is because I think I've always had a bit of a wounded relationship with women in my life, with my mom, with my grandma, even with friends. So as a result, what I've done is I've kind of rejected femininity within myself. And when you reject the Shakti within yourself, right? The feminine within yourself, what else are you rejecting? You're rejecting Mahalakshmi. You're rejecting your sense of worthiness and your sense of deserving abundance, wealth, prosperity in every form. You're also rejecting the power, the strength, and the courage that comes with being a fully actualized woman. So you end up kind of just rejecting the strengths that we have. When you are a completely actualized divine feminine woman, what are your strengths? Beauty, aesthetics, intuition, insane power and strength, being able to defend others, being able to fight for others and fight for justice. If you want, as a woman, you have strength that is unexplainable within you, right? What else is a strength as a woman? Our creativity, our depth, our connection to God is actually stronger as women. This is what I feel. And I don't mean just as biological women. I'm talking about feminine energy here. Feminine energy. So when you let that feminine energy just flow within you, beauty, power, riches, strength, leadership, changing the world, creativity, right? Art, music, poetry, leading the world. This is what actualized divine femininity means. Think of Durga Ma's example. She had to be created as literally a form which took all of the best parts and superpowers from all of the devas. That is Devi. That is her power. Guys, today the weirdest things have been happening in this house. Things have been falling. The light is going on and off and on and off. There's no one else here. I don't know what is going on, but that's cool. That is divine power. So this whole time I've been rejecting that Shakti. I've been hating that Shakti because of what I've gone through in my life. The reason I run away from Devi so much is because she forces me to have to face the truths that I've been avoiding for my entire life. She forces me to literally be broken on the ground and be like, here are all of the wounds that I am so afraid of. Here is my own greatness that I am so afraid of. Here is my relationship with all the women in my life that I really need to heal. All the most painful parts of me I cannot avoid when I stand in front of Amma. And that is why I keep running away from her. But if I actually stopped doing that, if I actually just stopped doing that, and I was like, you know what? I'm here in this lifetime to give all of me to the spiritual process. I'm not planning to come back down. Like, let's be real here. Like, Earth is nice, but I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think that's quite enough. Forever. So I'm not planning to come back down. So if that's the case, then I need to do this. I need to connect to Amma. I need to heal the two things that have plagued me my entire life. That Amma is literally, like, in front of Amma, these two things are nothing. And I've experienced her breaking these wounds in my life through Devi Upasana, but after Devi Upasana, I literally have not been a good devotee of Amma. I've been a horrible devotee of Amma since Devi Upasana, because that experience, the power of that experience, the huge highs and the huge lows scared me. But I have to literally stop being a coward's girl, and I need to walk into that fire that is Amma's love. And I have no idea what will happen in that fire, but I know that I have to stand there, give myself to Amma, especially in these 10 days of Navratri, and I am going to heal every single thing that I've been running away from. And I am going to stand there and I'm going to look Amma in the eyes and say, I'm ready. You tell me what to do, I'm going to do it. Because I'll tell you one thing about me, right? I don't give up, and I'm not a coward. I'm one of the most brave people I've ever met. And so it's time for me to stop running away from literally my own mom, my own femininity. and what is going to become one of the greatest turning points in my life. Devi devotion is not for the faint-hearted. I'm so glad that I went through Krishna first and that I have Krishna always. So when I was dealing with a lot of pain and heartbreak in my Devi devotion recently, I could literally just run to Krishna and be like, hey Krish, this happened, like I feel really sad, like can you please help me out, like I love you, please, right? So Krishna Bay is always there, which again, I think this is why before you start Devi Upasana, you need that strong connection to your Ishta Devata, right? And you need to go to Kaal Bhairav. Kaal Bhairava being there for me and stabilizing me and giving me the base strength, there is no way I could have approached Devi for Devi Upasana. And now as we go into Navaratri for 10 days and I decide to literally give all of me to her and to this process, it is Krishna and Kaal Bhairava who are going to give me the pillars of the foundation that I need to go all in. Honestly, I think as a devotee, like whoever you pray to, whatever your bhakti yoga journey is, as a devotee, I think approaching Amma is one of the final frontiers as a bhakta, as a devotee. And it is not everyone who gets called to meet her. So if you're seeing this, it's actually what a privilege. But before you meet her, be ready for her. Because she literally is, I'm gonna put it this way, sorry. I just realized something. So the light was turning on and off by itself. And then right now the metaphor I wanted to use to describe Amma is that she's literally the light switch that powers this entire reality. And if you can just go there and turn that switch off, there's no need for you to come back. She's literally one flick of a switch away from turning this reality on, off, on, off. What is that name in the Lalita Sahasranam? Literally, that's who she is. The ultimate light switch. You go to Amma, you go to Kalima, right? And then you have that connection with her. Boom. One flick of that switch, it's done. You are going to the mother of the universe. You are going to the mother of the universe. So I guess maybe I should be a bit nicer to myself. Because approaching the mother of the universe is not easy. And I've come this far. And I've been able to come this far, and I don't even know what punyam or what I did to even be able to speak Amma's name or be able to approach her in this way. But I want to take a moment to apologize deeply from my heart and soul for being so arrogant about my approach to loving Amma and serving Amma and surrendering to Amma. And I cannot let this arrogance come in the way again. I cannot let complacency come in the way again of my devotion journey. From here, leading up to Navaratri 2025, and for the 10 days of Navaratri, it's just Amrita and Amma, and Amrita is completely surrendered, gone. And then Kali Amma can decide what happens in those 10 days. Literally the light switch of this universe. That's what she is. The light switch of this universe. That's Amma. Damn. Yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm so pissed off at myself for running away from Amma for the last few months. But we're human, we make mistakes on our devotion journey and our spiritual journey. And the coolest part is that at any point we can chuck a U-turn and fix our mistake and go to God and be like, oh damn, I'm so sorry, show me the way. So that's my little confession and my little rant about Amma. And I just also want to take a moment to say thank you to her, because even though I've been the daughter on the face of the planet, she still... Did you see that? There was just lightning. What is happening right now? Okay, I'll tell you why this is important. It's because in my very first video about Amma, Devi Upasana, I was talking about Kali. This is Kali Amma's work, man. Holy crap. I was talking about Kali Amma, and there was lightning and thunder throughout that entire video. And Kali Amma's energy literally is like lightning, and now there's thunder as well. This is wild. This is what I mean. Amma is the light switch to this universe. Amma is the light switch to this universe. Go to her. But go prepared. Go ready. Go having done your work with your Ishta Devata and with Kaal Bhairav. And go ready to be shattered, so that you can rise again in the best way possible. I think there's gonna be a thunderstorm. Oh my god. Okay guys. Alright, so before Navaratri 2025, I'm gonna share a quick guide on how I'm planning to surrender to Amma completely for those 10 days this year. And I'm probably also going to create one video for every day of Navaratri this year. So let's do this. I'm shook. I don't know what's going on anymore. But it's time. Amma's coming. Amma's coming. So this is it. Kali Amma's coming, guys. Get ready for Navratri. It's gonna be lit. Thank you for listening to my little confessional. I needed that. So thank you. Thank you.